Hi everyone, my name is Tanya and welcome to our favorites mixed media YouTube blog hop. I am so honored to be taking part in this blog YouTube hop with 21 other artists. So today for my post, I'll be working with Gelli Arts gel printing plates. I have the 9 by 12 inch plate. Now this is quite a large plate and this is my first time using it, and I was quite looking forward to breaking this out. Any excuse to bring out my Gelli Art supplies. So as you can see, it's a brand new plate. Looking forward to messing that up, and I'm laying it flat on my surface, and I am also using paints from Gelli Arts as well, and I am going to create some prints, as the idea is that I'm going to be doing some collage style sort of a background art journal page. So I'm using some yellows and oranges, and I'm using the mini tools from Gelli Arts as well, and creating some swirls and on the gel plate. What that does is basically it's removing some of that paint from the plate and creates some interesting patterns. Now I'm using some cartridge paper here that I've cut down to size and taking a print. So I'm just cleaning off my brayer in between color changes. Now I'm going to do some reds, and I've added a touch of magenta as well to make it like a bright crimsony kind of red. So I was going to make a heart sort of in the center of my art journal page, and I needed a red print as well. I'm taking some bubble wrap, good old bubble wrap, and making some texture onto the plate, and I'm taking that print as well. And I'm laying all of these prints to the side to dry. And for my third print, I am going to use some blues to make this gorgeous color. I wouldn't exactly know how to describe this color, maybe a cornflower blue perhaps. Now this is a piece of packaging that I had. So when you're obsessed with gel printing as much as I am, no packaging is ever going to be safe. You always need to check whether it's going to make a good texture, and then you want to keep it. So now I am creating my collage pieces. So what I wanted to do is, I really love Japanese sunray style art. So to create that, I am marking, first of all I mark the center of the print, and then I'm creating these lines radiating outwards from the center of the print. Now I'm not really bothered about the size of the rays. I'm eyeballing it, but if you wanted to, you could measure them out. So I've got an even number of sort of sections over there, which means that when I alternate them with another color, I will get one of each in a sort of to create a pattern. So I'm now cutting down my print into a 9 by 12 inch size. And I'm doing the same with the blue print that I did as well. Sorry for the sun sort of dipping in and out of the shot. It's sort of, the days are getting shorter here, and it's kind of hard to predict whether it's going to be a sunny day or not. So I'm just attaching my my blueprint underneath my yellowy orangey print with some temporary adhesive. On the hindsight, when I'm looking back on this, I didn't need to do that because I could have just glued down the yellow on top of the blue. But I do like collage work, and I do like jigsaw puzzles as well. So I did enjoy the process in the end of putting together the collage. So I'm being careful to place the pieces in the same sort of position that I cut them out in. so that it makes it easier for me to piece the art journal page together in the end. So now once it's all cut out, I'm moving it carefully to the side, and I've got my another piece of paper, and I'm going to start arranging some of these pieces. So I'm alternating the colors, so I'm picking up one orange piece and one blue piece, and I'm laying them down just to see whether I like the look or not. And some of the pieces have pencil marks on them, but I'm not really too fussed about that because I'm going to be adding some shading for additional depth afterwards. And I'm also rubbing off some of the temporary adhesive from the prints as well. So now I'm just taking an ordinary glue stick, I think this is by Prit, and I am sticking them down. So I'm starting from one corner and then working my way through all the pieces and sticking them down. And some of them don't line up quite perfectly towards the center, but I'm not really bothered about that too much because that's going to get covered up with another element towards the end. So now I have I'm just sticking down the last few pieces, and you can see that it doesn't line up quite perfectly, but that's alright. We're going to trim it out so that the sort of all the imperfections around the edges don't show. So I'm just trimming it out on my paper trimmer. And then I'm going to take my red print, and first I tried to sketch out a heart, and I realized just one of those days. Today was not the day that I'd sketch a heart out by hand. So I just decided to make a template using a folded piece of paper in half. And I'm just cutting it out. And I'm just placing it down on my paper and seeing where I'm going to lay it. And I've got my my distress crayons here, and these are absolutely lovely, and I love how you can blend them out to add some shading to your projects. Now they're water soluble as well, but I do have my water brush there, but I decided to just do the shading by hand because I really love the look of that at the moment. I love adding shading like this because when you're doing collage work, it helps to bring all the pieces together and make them look like they belong together in the first place. It sort of helps to marry the whole thing together. So now I'm just sticking my heart down, and I am going to add some shading with the distress crayon as well. The distress crayon I used is Vintage Photo. So I'm just adding it around the edges and just smooshing it around with my finger and adding some additional depth where I feel like it needs it. So now I wanted to do some lettering on there, and I wasn't quite confident enough to do it freehand. So I decided to sketch it out very lightly in pencil first, and then take my paintbrush and just go over my pencil lines. So now this is really sped up. I think this is sped up like 8 times, so I'm really taking my time with this. And I am just going back and adding, sorry for my head popping in. So I'm just adding in some tiny details where my paintbrush missed. And that's basically it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll put in some clips of what the finished art journal page looks like. I was quite pleased with the results in the end, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave the details of the blog hop down below, and I'll leave the next stop for the blog hop as well. Thank you so much for joining in, and a special thank you to all of the sponsors. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!